You know, I gotta talk about this right quick. I heard somebody on YouTube just this morning talk about Jordan Peele's Oscar win. As you know, Jordan Peele won for Best Screenplay for the film Get Out. My wife was telling me last night that she said one of her friends that hadn't even seen the movie was trying to see the movie. Well, I take that back. No, they were referring to Black Panther. They didn't see that. You need to go see it. If you hadn't seen it, go see it. And go read my reviews about what I liked and what I didn't like about it. All right, now, as far as my podcast, I'm sorry, my podcast actually, I'll talk about that. So go to my podcast from the last few days or so, you'll see what I really thought about it, including some spoilers. All right, Get Out, the film that Jordan Peele won for Best Screenplay at the Oscars Sunday night. Great movie, excellent film, excellent cast. The lead actor, I forgot Daniel something. He was good. He was very good. Should he won for Best Actor? I don't know. I don't even know who won Best Actor. Oh, it was Gary Oldman, I think. I didn't even see the movie he was in. But anyway, the guy who was in Get Out, I don't know. I mean, was it? I think it probably should have won Best Film. I'm not sure about Best Actor for him yet. You know, he's kind of young. Yeah, he got a lot. You know, he got a bright future ahead of him. He's brilliant. Matter of fact, he's also in Black Panther, by the way. But nevertheless, I was watching YouTube this morning, and I listened to this female, you know, who runs a show called BB. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't want to get. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I can tell you her name and all that. Nevertheless, she points out that she feels that blacks wasn't represented at the Oscars when they win. So what the fuck would you have done had he not won? What would you have said had any black people not won Oscars? You know? And the stupid part about it was that when she talked about Jordan Peele winning an Oscar and Kobe Bryant won an Oscar for some kind of animated film that he was involved with, she talks about, oh, well, black people can't really identify with these guys because they're from a different, they've lived different life from what you did. In other words, because they live a life differently from what you did, that should make you feel some kind of way. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it not because I personally, it's not a personal thing for her, but it's the content of what she said that really pissed me off. Bitch, what the fuck you care? Seriously. It just pissed me off. Because now you saying, oh, these blacks represent what people, the Oscars represent these kind of blacks because of their backgrounds, of where they came from and how they live. Okay, so if that's the case, if you're a black person that came from humble beginnings, or you know, from a lesser background that wasn't quite as prestigious as these guys, you telling me that they should represent because of where they came from? Why not? Well, they're not representative of all black. And so what? I mean, we know that these guys were raised from humble backgrounds in terms of where they came from, because one group in Manhattan and one group overseas for a while. So what? You gonna tell me that their life experiences as being black is any different because of their background? No. You know, you got black people who are well-to-do and black people who are not well-to-do that share very similar experiences when it comes to racism. what she said was completely fucking responsible. You know, she's saying, well, they're well-to-do, so you don't have the experience they had, and they don't represent your life experience because you're poor. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This bro, I'm telling you right now, it's amazed me why the fuck I even follow her stupid ass. This is a woman who actually had a background working on Capitol Hill, but she's not that bright. She comes off bright, but she's not quite as bright as she thinks she is. She's really not. Okay? She's not. Seriously. She basically trying to tell you because they black, they ain't the same type of black people you are. They may not grew up in the type of neighborhoods or had the lifestyle that you had, but it doesn't make them any different because they're black. White people view black people the same. They may not view black men and black women the same, which I know for a fact they don't. But they definitely view black people the same in terms of stereotypes. They always have, regardless of what background you came from. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what the hell was you comparing him getting the Oscar because he's black and biracial, and you're biracial yourself, compared with somebody who came from the hood who got an Oscar like a Denzel or a Monet? What do you care? You tell me, oh, their struggle's different because they got a diversity Oscar. That Oscar don't mean as much. Okay? Now, although I admit Get Out should have gotten Best Picture for, should have got Best Picture, got Best Screenplay, which means a lot for somebody like a Jordan Peele because it came from the mind of Jordan Peele. So that means a lot that he even got the award. But you talking about, oh, no, she got Best Picture. He got Best Screenplay. That means that the person whose creative mind behind the movie got credit for it. He was the first African American to do it. I'm glad he got it. And you're still trying to pick inside the damn reason why he got it? You're a dumb bitch. I'm sorry. I'm just livid about that. You know, you can't give a brother credit for creating a good film. You can't give the brother who was behind one of the best films of 2017 any credit at all. You just want to pick inside. To me, that's cooning. That's a coonish mentality. But you try to come off like you're not a coon. You're a fucking coon. I'm sorry. You're a fucking coon. You obviously are a coon. You know? I'm not saying that there are black screenwriters and black actors who don't get credit, because we know there's several of them that don't. Spike Lee, who I always thought should have gotten credit for Best Picture for Malcolm X. I still say that. That was a great film. That was a great film. It really was. You know? But because it was Malcolm X, white people didn't want to recognize him. And to me, that was complete bullshit. But y'all motherfuckers had no problem recognizing Mel Gibson for the Passion of the Christ, which I also consider a great film. And I saw the non-English version. It was moving. I've never seen him film a non-English version of a movie that moved me to tears, man. It really did. Malcolm X did too. You know, but man, both very good films. But my thing is with what's her name, man? It just gets on my nerves because she gets nitpicky about the dumbest shit. Now she has some valid points in her video podcast on BB that I watched, and I understood some of it. But most of it is just fucking, rhetoric and talking points about nothing. It really was, and I was like, really? Are you serious? You ain't talking about nothing right now. You really not. You really are not. You know, it just gets under my fucking skin. It really does. I hate to be cussing like this, but I just got mad about it. I was like, really? You're not going to even give a brother credit for even getting an Academy Award because of his great creative mind behind one of the best films of 2017? Really? Really? You're not going to even give him credit for it. He wrote the movie. You know? Because for a minute, y'all was all over the goddamn Black Panther. You know? Although the movie was written by a black person, the screenplay was written by a black person, but the concept didn't even come from a black person. It came from a white guy. Okay? And that's facts. Right? But this original screenplay came from the mind of a guy who was black. Who is black. You know? Biracial or not. He's black. Okay? And you won't give him credit. Nah, they just gave him a diversity award because he's black. No, bitch, how about it was a great film? You even said it yourself in the video. You contradict yourself. First you said it's a great film, but he got an award for diversity and the fact that and then you point out something totally different about it has nothing to do with the relevancy of why he got it. You say, he got the award, but he don't represent blacks. You just trying to find talking points to talk about instead of just stating facts, you dumb bitch. I'm just serious. I'm serious. I had to call you out, and I'm not taking believe me, this is nothing personal. It's just the way I feel about the situation. As far as the statements you made on your channel about Jordan Peele, I think was stupid and irresponsible and retarded. It really was. You know, it's just it makes no sense. And those of you who watch the channel with the female, and the title of the channel is called BB, and I'll give you a clue. This is a woman who supposedly used to work at Capitol Hill, but she don't act like she does. She don't talk like she does. She talk like a dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. You know, you're being nitpicky about a brother who won the award, Academy Award, for a screenplay that he wrote from his own mind, okay? And you won't even give him credit for that. So, I even asked her on the channel, if you watch the channel, you'll see my comment. So, what had he not got the award? What would you have said then? Okay, that's what I'd like to know. But she wants to make a field day out of something he did, something he worked for, okay? Oh, now I can't give him credit because he didn't have the same life experience that most of us black people had. So what? Okay? I came from middle class Cleveland, okay? I ain't talking about the suburb, I'm talking about the city. Okay? And we weren't rich, but we weren't poor. We lived good. We lived decent. We did. You know, of course, my father reminded me that every damn day. But I'm just saying, to me, it doesn't matter about your background. It's a matter about what you're doing. Okay? It's about, and think about what Jordan Peele's message was about in the movie. You know? His total message about the movie was about racism. Hidden racism. Okay? Hidden racism that actually got exposed. You know, that's basically what the message is about. She didn't even talk about the message behind the movie at all. No. You know, I'm sick of it. It just pisses me off. How the fuck you gonna bash this brother for putting out a movie that talked about racism, talk about how white people stereotype us? His whole movie was about that. Really? And I'm thinking you would have jumped all over it, but no. You want to pick it out and pick inside and find some excuse to try to bash his brother. Tell me you ain't a coon. Maybe you're a coon in a light-skinned black woman's clothing. You know? I think you're a coon. I really do. Because for you to bash this guy for talking about racism in this movie, exposing how blacks are viewed by white people. And they are. In this movie. Okay? That's what he exposed in the movie. That's the whole movie. That's the whole concept of the movie. And for you to bash him because, he was raised in a different environment than you, so what? You know? I know what you're saying. Well, the white, they picked him because blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's not necessarily true. Okay? But you want people to focus on the message that he did, which is why he probably got best screenplay, and probably why he should have gotten best screenplay, you know, as far as I'm concerned. You know, because it gets you to focus on the message of the film. That was the whole message of the film. You know, I just don't get it. I swear I do not get it. I don't get it at all. You know, But she wants to be nitpicky about it. You goofy motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm just upset about it. I really am. You know. Now whether the message get back to her or not, I don't care. It's just my opinion, and all that's all it is. But it's the way I feel about it. I kind of feel like she was just being completely nitpicky on purpose. You know, to come up with talking points for her channel. You know. You could never get credit by it, but like, oh, there's always a hidden message. You're a so-called pro-black that don't really just using talking points to try to pretend like you're really pro-black. You ain't pro-shit. I'm sorry. I mean, the only person who was pro-black was Jordan Peele when he put that movie out about racism in the film. You know, and regardless of whether he was biracial or not, he proved the point to Hollywood that you actually. That these movies need to be made. We need to open up a dialogue about racism in this country. Black Panther didn't do that. No. But Get Out did. And yet you're going to bash this guy for having such a brilliant mind talking about this in his film and for being a screenwriter. Talk about, it was just a give me award. You know. Shut the fuck up with your non-talking point motherfucking ass. I'm just you see him going off. It just pissed me off. You know, you won't even give the brother credit for doing the right thing. You're not you just like, no, they just gave him that award, remember? Shut up. You know, just shut the fuck up and understand that basically he's doing the same thing you're doing. He's just doing it in film form. You know? The difference is his method is not as condescending as yours. You know? It's real. And it was real to me, unlike your messages on your show where you contradict yourself a lot. You know? I talked about the fact 1 minute you guys were talking about how wonderful it was for black people to come out wearing African garb for Black Panther, a fictional movie about African country. Y'all don't do it for most films about real Africa, you know? And I made a little comment regarding that, and they blocked me on her channel. I got blocked maybe about 2 weeks ago. Not long after I saw the film myself. And and yet they turned right back around a couple of days ago, bashing people about it. Really? So, you know, to make a long story short, I know some YouTubers they really contradict themselves when they talk about certain things like this. And it's just like, really? I just shake my head. But that's why we're entitled to our opinions. That's why I'm entitled to mine. You know, of course, they didn't want to hear mine. So, fine, fuck it. But I'm glad I had to get this off my chest, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I had to say about it. But if you have any questions or comments, or you want to have a debate with me about this or any other subject, please feel free to give me a holler. DJWolfLive at AOL.com and DJWolfLive@gmail.com. Guys, this is DJ Wolf. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later. Much love.